Welcome back, everybody, to another recap of American Horror Stories. How y'all? How's it going?
What up?
This week we're reviewing episode 4, titled Milkmaids, which was a very interesting episode, very disgusting.
Oh yeah.
But before we get into it, would you guys like to introduce yourselves for the newer folk?
I am Mike. I am one half of the People in the Skids podcast with Bobby, also 1/4 of Scream Kings with Tamon and Bobby. And I am a new pustule eater. And I've realized that is now my new delicacy. And that's all.
They had said.
Who next?
Yeah, who next?
I'm Tamon Kane. You can find me at Tamon Kane on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. And check out my book page down below. Join thefreshmeat.com. And I am not a whatever eater Michael was, but I do believe in the good book that they were talking about.
Well, hey guys, Chanise here. You can find me at TrueStar, TRUSTAR__, or you can see me on my dance fitness page at CNK Dance Fitness. If you're ever in the area, come check us out. We'll be back in September. And I'm not a pustule eater as well. I am not.
Oh, good.
What does it taste like?
I forgot Michael likes the movie Trolls, and you know they bleed green, yellow shit. So
that's true. You are a troll lover, so you would be.
Yes, I am.
Mark, you need to bring your ass up in here next week.
Oh,
homie.
hey, Mark.
Bobby Jetpack, can't wait to talk about Hey, y'all, haven't seen any of the season. Was waiting for a good binge moment, waiting week by week. That season was real torture, so I wanted to say, hey, Andre, you're missing out. This is a good season so far.
Yeah, don't give it up.
So you should binge. You don't think it's a good season, Michael?
I'm gonna say
compared to last year.
I found last year's to be more entertaining a little bit, even the ones I didn't like. But
you know why I feel like that is? I feel like because last year was like typical American Horror Story. This one is not to me. Like the only one that seemed like typical American Horror Story was the first episode.
Okay. Say mine. It looks like you have thoughts.
I do. Like, I really want to say this season is like so much better than fighting. But the last 2 episodes have just been blowing me. Like, I said it a few episodes ago, that's like it's going down. Mm-hmm. And this episode, and I'm all for like giving 3 points for things, but this episode, it was even the time period that I liked, besides the burning of Wood. Outside of that, this was a time period that I liked, and they didn't capitalize on it. I don't really know what this episode was supposed to do for us. So,
let me tell you something. First of all, I think it was too soon. Okay, people out here got monkeypox. I don't know. Did it just coincidentally happen like that, or did they do the whole monkeypox?
I think they did on purpose
because it's too soon. Like it's for real out here with the monkeypox.
Well, they did it on purpose, I believe, because this episode wasn't supposed to come out until September. But something was happening with the titles and stuff, and they moved it up. Same reason why we got Drive. Like, all these episodes that we've been getting supposed to be a little bit later. And they pushed the later ones up for some reason. So I think it was just... Yeah, so I think it was like, monkeypox is happening right now. We might as well just throw in fucking...
This was not it for me. It was not it for me. When she had the scene where she had just finished, with the priest guy, she went like this and went like his mouth. When I tell you, I
she was
wanted
feeding
to
it to
vomit. I was just like, should I continue watching this or not? Because I don't like it. It just was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I ain't like it. I think that just turned me off.
I didn't mind it. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like what Brooke said, the fourth episode was just a lot of body horror. I like my scares to be more boo side and not the ill side. So I don't mind it only because each episode is giving us something different. It's not the same repetitive thing. You know what I mean? So I don't mind it. If y'all going to keep giving us something different and switch it up, I'm here for it. To Shanice's point, it is not very much American Horror Story. Like, it's giving different vibes. But again, I don't mind it. It's giving me something fresh instead of the same old basic stuff we've been getting. Because the stuff that they have been giving us in American Horror Story just haven't been hitting for me. So I don't mind this. That's just my personal opinion.
You know, I also wanted it to be like, I don't know why I keep wanting it to be some type of creature or what, but I had wanted them, like, once they ate the heart, somebody then turned into something. I don't know why. Like, I would have felt like that would have did it a little more. But that guy should have just admitted that girl, he done ate that girl's stuff. And that's why he ain't go here and get the smallpox.
Not eat that girl's stuff.
He should have just admitted that, but it just was so nasty. And then you about to go ahead and give me some cow pus without me even noticing.
Oh God!
To tell me that this is so like the whole episode. I'm telling y'all, my stomach was hurting the whole time.
I was screaming the entire episode. That took me out. That was
it started off well,
and that was in the beginning.
Yeah. It started off good, and then when we got towards the end, I was like, okay, you're losing my attention a bit. I don't care about this lesbian storyline. I don't care about
I feel like those are unnecessary.
All the stuff going on between the family dynamics. The only thing I liked was that the kid was the son of Pustule Patty. And
her name was Celeste.
So I love her name. So yeah,
I looked it up because I was curious because I needed to know. So we have inoculations, which is basically intentionally infecting yourself
so you can build a natural immunity.
Right, and that still leaves a small population of people who still get killed. So basically, what they were doing when they were eating or sleeping with Pustule Lady and doing everything else with her, they were inoculating themselves. Or they call it variolation because it's the variola virus, the smallpox. So they were doing that.
Okay.
Versus the cowpox is a weaker version of it. So you could get that and then be immune to the smallpox. So that's how they do it now. Them putting it in the milk and all that, and then
But see, I felt like they could have took out the whole love scene, right? Between Celeste and the other lady, and they could have played more on like how she like left her son, like who her son was. Like we could have found that out a little earlier, and it could have been some stuff with that. Because even when she walked into the church, Bull just was like, like he ain't even.
But the funny thing is too,
who she was.
But no, when you watch it a second time, he actually does. That's why I like watching these on the second view because you get a different perspective. When I watched it again, when she showed up, you can tell that Thomas, I think that was his name, Cody Fern, you can tell that he was annoyed and like embarrassed by her, like the way he was looking. And I was just like, all right. But I didn't get that on the first watch. But in the second watch, I'm like, all right, I see what it is. He know her, obviously, and he feels embarrassed by what she's doing. So,
but see, do you think that he did that because you've seen it already, so you know? Like, how do you know that that's not?
He also stopped her from hanging or burning her too at that.
True. Well, he was nice to the other milkmaid, so I just thought he was caring about these hoes. That's all.
That's how it is. That's how it is in the first watch. But the second one is a different story. He actually knows Celeste. They used to be his lover. So, yeah. The way Bobby said, the way they kept showing that pus across I know it looked like
that
something
was
else.
That was a lot.
Yeah,
that was too much.
Our Lady J was doing the absolute most when she wrote this episode. AHS children are horrid. They sure are. These kids. Michael, I'm surprised you didn't say anything about Edward. That was his name.
Oh, I don't fuck with him. I told you I don't fuck with the kids on American Horror Story at all.
They should have shown more to him.
He should have died.
He was scary.
And it
he probably would have been like more like a dandy from which would have been, well, never mind. Because I was about to say, if they could somehow tie this in with Dandy and his mother or something, but this was put way further back, so never mind.
I wanted more from him.
Oh, go ahead, Tamon.
Oh no, I wanted more from the whole child. Like, cause his character was written like he had like some type of trauma or something that makes him so dark. I wish they would have actually leaned more into that and not do this whole. I get the whole mass hysteria. I get the whole mass hysteria thing. I get that. That's what Salem and Virginia was all known for. But but I don't understand where it led to.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Right.
I just don't understand what it led to. I don't understand any type of thing. I'm really dry for this episode, and I'm sad about it.
I really do
Torture
get what you're
porn.
saying, because I feel like, first of all, it was too much going on. They tried to like emphasize the whole love scene between the two women. They tried to emphasize on the whole heart thing. Then they tried to emphasize on, you know, the whole her being, I guess, some type of prophet. Like, they tried to emphasize on too many things, and they could have just gave us a clean story if they, you know, like you said, they could have stuck with the
Denise, this is American Horror Story. Nothing is ever clean.
Like that milk.
Nothing.
They got
Right.
I feel like in the first one, you know, like they kind of like it was like a clean storyline. Like, I'm not saying it got to be about one thing, but if you want emphasize on one whole thing and then have small things, like don't have stuff where we like, okay, well, you know, like what next? But you going on to this, and then we like, well, what about this? And I don't know if any of y'all watch Game of Thrones, but it's given very much less seasoned. Okay.
We're not going to do that. The Queen did what needed to be done the last season, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Who was the Queen again? Cersei?
You know who? Bend the knee. No, not.
Wait, you said she needed to be what?
I said Cersei can bend the knee.
Oh,
don't do that.
She buckled underneath all them bricks and shit, and it was a horrible death. But
what happened to Miss?
We don't need to talk about it.
Okay,
she died triumphantly. But back to the
my stuff acting up.
It did.
This is StreamYard. I'm telling you something. What you say about Cersei? I couldn't even.
She's wild.
I love Cersei.
I hated her.
And her son, Joffrey.
Oh,
I hated her. Oh my gosh, I hated him.
Mm-hmm.
I was so happy when he died. I was so happy.
That's why I like the pastor in this episode. He was one of the highlights. Anybody that quotes a good scripture and just wear people out with it. When he said, if Adam would have struck Eve, we would have still been in the garden. I died. I thought that was so funny. And he had a couple of.
He was so irking. He did.
He was annoying.
He pissed me off. He was, but that's how you know that he did a great job, because he was very annoying.
I like the line Celeste had when she was explaining everything, and she was like how men at first are disgusted when they see all the pustules over her, but then their fear turns into like a fetish, and they be all into it and licking all up on her and shit. And I thought that was like a play on how we may not pay attention to maybe STDs or some shit now. We may just want to be in the moment.
Or we're just stupid because we're in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing was interesting, but I do feel y'all when it comes to them throwing a whole bunch of shit in here. So, because like, I feel like it was going to lead to something more, but it didn't, especially with the heart eating thing. Like, I get that was kind of like, a misleading thing where they thinking that's what's saving people's lives, but actually that's not what it is. But I feel like if they was eating the hearts, that part should have led to something else, but it was nothing. It was kind of like a waste of time, you know?
Like,
I feel like maybe
that was, yep.
It could have led her to them turn to a zombie or something. Like, I don't know, like something.
Yeah.
Like, give us something. Or it could have killed them instead. They could have started dropping like flies.
Yeah, convulsing and shit.
I hate to say this, and it's going to be predictable. But if this sort of tied into like the Butcher story and with the heart eating and the time period and growing up and all of that, that would have been sort of dope if they would have led into that. Even if it would have been cute if Gaga showed up just to play her role. Well, that really was, she wasn't that character, but she's an actress. But if that character showed up for some reason and she was the one who told about Eat These Hearts, even if she wasn't, even if her name was just mentioned, something different. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Bobby,
but they don't want me in the writer's room.
That's what I'm saying. We need a role. Everybody need a role in this room because the writers ain't doing it right.
Right.
Please help us. Help them.
help them. Also the little boy. So obviously we got the twist that the little boy is Celeste's son. And he ends up like cutting her heart out and eating it. But again, I feel like if they done something with the hearts and he ended up eating it, maybe that could have been a thing, or maybe like what Tamon said, it could have tied into that whole situation. But I don't know. I guess if you want to say that's the twist, it didn't really I wasn't really surprised. I was like, all right, that's the son of Celeste, art, whatever. That wasn't like a shocker to me or anything. They could have done a little better with that.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of the point, is that they it's not supernatural. It's them trying to eat, them thinking eating the hearts and all that shit is what's saving them. When it may be saving a few of them, but it's not in actuality what's going to save them in the end. Also, I think them being religious was supposed to be like them being really dark in this episode, because it seemed like all the religious people were fucked up.
But that's how it was. Slash is. So
true. Brooks and now could have been tripping, but I thought one of the men sucking on Celeste was the actor who played the priest from AHS Asylum.
That was garbage. Okay, I don't know which one of y'all told me to watch Asylum. I'm over it. I did not like it.
Oh, you rewatched it? You watched it?
Sorry, guys. Mike had to take a break because he was blaspheming on live television.
He tried it.
Once we got to 8 and 9, episodes 8 and 9, I was like, okay, y'all doing too much.
But 8 was one of the best ones with the Santa Claus. That was a good episode.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
That was a good point. But there's a point when all the stuff stops, and then there's 2 episodes I'm bored, and then the last episode I enjoy it. They were trying to do too much. They were trying to do too much with that season. I'm on I already love Coven. I mean, it was all right. It's right now out of the 3 I rewatched, it's at the bottom, below Coven and Murder House.
See, I rewatched Asylum just so I can try to get it. Oh, I thought I paused.
No, you define. Y'all don't like horror.
I watched so I could try to really get it, because at the time that I watched it, I was pregnant and I kept falling asleep on every single episode.
I remember. I mean, the only thing that was not to get was the aliens. Everything else tied in nicely. I don't understand what's the problem, y'all.
I didn't appreciate it more until the second watch.
You said what?
I didn't appreciate Asylum as much, even though it's the first season. I think me and Cam saw Murder House, but season 2 Asylum, I didn't appreciate it until the second season.
Second watch, which is fair. That's fair,
but it's great.
I like certain characters, but that's about it. I think that might be what the issue. If they have really good characters that carry the whole season, I think it's more exciting to watch. So Murder House, to me, it was exciting all the way through. Asylum, I probably was getting tired of seeing crazy people all over the place and people getting kicked out and brought back inside and all that shit.
But that was the best part. That's the true horror of it. That was the scary part about it. You think you're going to survive and get away from this horrific place, and then you end up back in there.
It was too much. It was too many storylines in one season.
Your brain.
I felt like that my first time I watched it. So
yeah, it was. I felt like that the second time.
Hi, Anthony.
Hi.
Yes, you like pustules too?
Ew. Every time I hear pustules, I want to throw up. Like, why you guys say that?
Eat my pustules.
I'm about to get Mike right off just for that again.
I have a question. Would you be the one to take the cure from Celeste?
No, I would just die.
Mm-hmm.
I would just die.
I'm with that.
I don't know, y'all.
You would take it?
Milkmaid.
But first of all, like, you don't even know if she for real. Like, what if she ain't the reason?
Yes,
like, what if you just eating this for no reason?
It's centuries ago, so they believed anything.
They sure did.
Yes.
I probably would have, if she would have been like, look, I'm gonna mix it in with some milk or something, you could drink it, then maybe I would have did it that way, but I'm not licking the shit off of your body. I'm not doing it.
Right.
But,
and if I was Celeste, I would tell my homegirl, listen, you don't have to run and tell people that my coochie ain't healing everybody, okay? What you tell people that I blessed this milk with some of my coochie juice, and that's why the milk is better, and that's why it's working. Don't go and ruin my business like that. She's so messy. Do you want to be my boo thing? She should have killed her like the priest knocked her ass out.
Why Anthony said, not gonna lie, feeding the priest other used juice made me miss my whole days.
Oh.
I mean, it did kind of resemble. Okay, I could see that.
You heard about them. I guess that's the poetry make you feel like you should be in asylum to watch. Yeah, true.
Maybe.
True.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to get into it.
I did like Lana Winters towards the end, Mark. I liked her towards the end.
What about Lily Rave as the devil?
Right.
I wanted more of her. I liked her, but they didn't have enough. They didn't have enough of her.
What about Jessica Lange? She was great.
I liked her. They could have scratched out that Nazi storyline to me. That was like too much. I don't care. Y'all keep bringing this up. I don't care about it. I want to learn everything else that's going on this season.
Did you like the name game?
Oh my God. That was an unnecessary episode. They didn't know what to do.
No, y'all missing the point. Asylum, crazy, not all there, insanity. What the fuck is wrong with
It's bringing y'all in. I actually love that episode.
Me too.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, all it was giving me is that Jessica Lange been wanting to sing something. Okay.
And you gonna let her sing?
As soon as I got to Freak Show, she been wanting to sing something since then.
In the land of gods and monsters. That was my shit though. She
wanted to do Stevie Nicks' role, but they was like, you know what? We can't do this.
Right.
Oh yeah. Imagine her doing that though and shit.
Rhiannon. No.
No, let's bring in the real Stevie. Let's go. We're not doing this.
We'll just bring her in.
Brooke brought up a good point.
I thought it was funny how Celeste was looked at crazy for calling herself a prophet, which she wasn't. But when the fraudulent priest told them all to eat hearts, they were all game. Because again, it brings in the whole not listening to women. You know, she ain't nothing. She's a witch, whatever. He's, a man of a cloth, so we're going to listen to everything he says. Who gives a fuck about, what she says? You see how they was throwing shit at her? They didn't care. It just...
they whooped her ass out of that church. She's like, you got to get out of this church. Can I also say that I think this was a wasted episode to have Cody Fern in if he wasn't going to be very prominent. Very prominent, like Gabrielle Sidibe and some of the other actors that have been in it. It was just a waste to have them.
True.
He was a background character.
He was.
He could have played he fits in that time period. His look can do everything, right? So he was perfect for that time period. The accent,
they love giving him them wigs.
he has a nasty lace front every time you see Cody.
He does.
Yes.
He does.
He has a nasty lace front. That's his thing. But it just didn't work for me. Like, you could have gave that role to anybody.
His character was kind of like that last season too, with the those creatures in the woods. Like he played like a lieutenant, or
I feel like he was like a park ranger or something. He had like a bigger role in that, or at least an important one. In this one, I just felt like he didn't need to be there.
But even performance-wise, it was stronger in Pharaoh. That's the name of the episode. It was stronger in that than it was in he was in Milkmaids.
Calvin said I was in episode 4 of American Horror Stories in the church scene. Oh shit, Calvin.
Okay, well, which one? How we know?
Yeah, let us know.
You were eating on them pustules.
Oh my god.
Everybody needs to go milking.
You know what? We should have did a drinking game, Tamon, and pustule should have been the word.
It should have. It's never too late.
I don't have my.
Excuse me, y'all.
Will distract you with the language this episode. Certain times the language felt a little too modern. It did.
Yes,
it did.
yes, yes, Brooke. That's so true.
Yeah.
Even the accents, like the son, Edward, he sounds like he just grew up north. Like,
right.
He sounded normal. Not normal, but he sound current.
Right. The scene where Celeste comes and says the pastor's a false prophet. Okay.
Calvin, you have to update that photo because we don't know who to look for.
Yeah. We want to know what you look like. I mean, we
on.
believe you, obviously, but I want to see. Show you, show people who you are. Chill. We had Sean in the chat last season, and he was in you remember he was in AHS 1984.
Yep.
Delilah sounded like she was a WebMD herself. She did, because first of all, she started breaking down all this knowledge about cowpox and smallpox. Like, bitch, if you've been to about this, why you didn't say nothing earlier? Like, I just all of a sudden you just had like a switch about all this information.
Ooh.
Like,
now she's Dr. Quinn, medicine woman,
right?
and then they try to cover it up and say, "Oh, I read all the time. I read every day. I read while I'm milking these cows. I read all the time." So now I'm the genius of the episode,
right?
My thing is, right, you see how she was all scientific and she really ain't believe what Celeste was saying, but then she go ahead and suck them anyway.
Right. That fear turned to fetish.
That's
like, if science is behind it and you believe it, then why are you drinking it?
To be honest, that was just game. She's been trying to suck on Celeste's tit for like the last couple of years, okay? She's been trying to snatch that cat back for a very long time.
I see that. I can see that.
Right. Well, yeah, this episode was a bit much. I wasn't expecting this type of episode, but I mean, it was okay. I mean, it just all right. So all right. So this is episode 4. So what was episode 4 last season? Do y'all remember?
No.
I don't remember.
Was that Ball?
Ball was number 5.
Or was it the Christmas one?
Me too.
That Christmas one could have got.
Maybe it was the Christmas one.
Don't do that.
Or Bro House. It was Bro House. The Christmas one.
It was Bro House. Yeah. That was one of my favorites.
The only great thing about Bro House was Danny Trejo when he showed up as Santa Claus fucking people up. I love that.
I'm gonna defend that episode forever.
Thank you. I will defend Feral forever.
It was fresh. They were hot. It was sexy. It was realistic.
Hey, Omar.
Wait, which one was Feral?
Where you get realistic from?
You ain't been to a Bro House? A Bro House, man?
I have not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The House of the Lord.
It was the naughty list. That's what it was.
The naughty list, yeah. That's it.
Personally, I didn't see why Delilah and Celeste were so set on saving this town. Everyone was treating them like that, which is true. I would have taken my cow and did. Exactly. What was the cow name?
Bessie.
Bessie?
It wasn't Bessie. It was
I don't
something.
know what it was.
She said it was short for something. If anybody in the chat know what the cow name was, then...
Decker, if you're out there, can you please tell us the answer to this question, Decker?
Can you tell?
Where is he?
Resurrection reference.
That part. That's for
I'll turn this episode off after 15 minutes. Come on, Omar.
Oh, you can do better than that.
Yes, but
the only reason why I kept the episode on was because we was gonna be on here.
It was filmed in Utah.
That makes
summer
sense.
heat. I was sweating, and the scene was retaken 3 times. Well, damn. Cammy, that's what it was. Come on, Anthony.
Cammy,
you get a present. You get a present.
Right. Yes. Everyone in town was just wild, and I would have left. Yeah,
they really was. Like, they was hating on them for real. The only person who wasn't tripping on them was Bull. I don't even remember his name. But he was the only person who wasn't tripping on them. And then they done stabbed him up anyways in the end.
Everybody died,
yeah.
didn't they? That's what it felt like, right?
Yeah.
Well, except for everybody except for what was his name?
Little Edward.
Yes, Edward. Oh, I was about to call him something something with a W. Where I get that from?
I don't know. Maybe that little kid could have turned out to be Edward Mordrake or whatever, the one with the two heads.
Yeah.
I mean, two faces.
That
would have been a freak show.
Mm-hmm.
Which allegedly was a real person. Let's see. Also, this might be a little spoiler, but I know the plot to the 5th and 6th episode. All right,
tell me.
All right, no, we're not. We don't need to know the plot. But what is the title?
Calvin, find me on Instagram, find me on Twitter right now, and DM me everything you need to know.
Please send a group DM to us too, because I would like to know.
I got you, Chanise. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
They don't want to know nothing.
So there are only 2 more episodes again. So it's only 6 episodes.
No, there's 8.
I don't know.
It's 8, but I think Calvin just got the T for 5th and 6th.
At Tamon Kane on Twitter.
Oh, he said facelift and Bloody Mary. Oh, that's right.
Yay. Facelift. All right, I'm interested to know what that one's about. And Bloody Mary, I think that's the one with our girl Dominique Jackson, so I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to that.
Can you confirm that Dominique Jackson's, that's her episode? And also confirm that she's Bloody Mary, and also confirm how many...
Come on! 14 teenagers follow an urban legend, but a dark twist turns back on them is the plot for Bloody Mary. Okay.
Thank you. Continue.
I was hoping the son would be like an ancestor of Michael Langdon's Cody friend was his dad, but we didn't get a tie-in to the other ASF seasons.
They could have easily done another Antichrist attempt.
They could have, because Edward was scary.
I'm over
He's
that.
so scary. Y'all ain't think so? He was
weird. He was scary, but I'm just over the whole Antichrist.
Come on now, stop. It was one episode. One season.
Wait, what are you talking about?
It was one season of an Antichrist.
But I don't leave it alone. Like, I'm tired. Like, don't keep going back to
you
something.
Tired after one time?
It's not just one time.
says I'm sorry. Hold on.
Listen.
I love the Antichrist.
I know you do. You like your demonic possessions.
Huh?
I said, I know you do. You like your demonic possessions and stuff like that.
I do.
Come on, Emily Rose.
That's one of her favorite movies.
Don't touch me. I love that movie.
That movie scared me, y'all.
Yeah, it was good.
But the part that scared me specifically was her in the barn. Like,
during the exorcism.
Was my part.
All them damn demons.
Yes, like that part was my part. I could have passed out.
She almost did.
You said she almost what?
Passed out.
True.
Wait, I would imagine that was a powerful scene. Like,
but I was just looking at the story on the girl who it was taken from, like the real person. Her name was like Annalise or something. And that's where the story came from.
Read him, Chanise. First of all, Cam, who are you talking about? I know you're not talking about you.
You better stop before I.
Chanise, I thought I would never do this to you. Not you.
I'm so in love with that. Facelift is basically a Freddy Krueger plot. A senior woman has to escape a nightmare during her faceless surgery while in anesthesia. Okay, I like that.
And she's gonna find out that she never actually escaped. It's gonna be on the cycle. She's gonna stay dead. Yeah.
What are y'all drinking tonight?
A senior woman.
Right.
Are they talking about Nancy?
I've been drinking. Oh, my cup is empty though.
Don't you come for Nancy?
Right.
I have to defend his Mark.
I didn't think y'all heard that.
Me too.
Oh, I heard it. Oh, I'm drinking what is that? fruit punch, gin, and papaya. Snoop Dogg has a new gin called whatever it is. It's really good. It's strawberry infused.
That sounds good.
He got a lot of stuff popping.
He does.
Wait, what was the devil inside?
You never seen it? I think that was
no. I did, but I'm trying to like bring myself back to it.
Connect the cuts. Connect the cuts. Connect the cuts.
Yeah, connect the cuts.
Oh.
Connect the cuts. And that is connect the cuts.
Oh Lord!
Wait, did somebody do a spoof of that?
Yes. On Haunted House, right?
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
And it was Cedric the Entertainer who was like,
Mark, going about your business. Don't worry about what I said about Nancy. Damn.
Exactly. Mark, I had your back. Don't worry. Because he tried Nancy talking about she's that senior sis episode. She's in that senior citizen episode.
Oh, wait. What did he say about Nancy? Oh, yeah.
He tried it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not repeating it.
Thank you, Cam.
I'll try that, Cam. I'll try that. The Last Exorcism was my movie. I don't remember that one.
Me either.
That's the one with the backwoods girl and it's like a documentary crew or something come and they film it and there's like nothing going on and then in the very end you see the townspeople try to like sack or give birth to her damn demon shit.
I remember that. Yeah.
No. Chanise, have y'all seen the one where it's like a reality show, but it's like two guys, one's an priest actor, and they're pretending like they're doing an exorcism, but his girlfriend comes on set and she actually gets possessed. And it's like Saw mixed with the Exorcist. It's really good. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
I'll send it to everybody.
Same here.
Yeah, I'll send it to everybody. It's good.
Don't get
a lawsuit.
Yeah, we want to see you back on more stuff, Calvin. So don't do that.
What you could do is relay the message to Ryan that we would like to see that at the writers' table.
Yes, please.
If you could be so kind, but to relate that to him.
Speaking of Snoop, he had a great cameo, small role in Day Shift on Netflix. It was fun. Wait, that's out now? That came out today, right?
Oh, yeah, I want to watch that.
Here we go.
Alice is ready. Alice, stay ready. So it's fine.
Alice got that little calculator on her wrist.
Alice,
so you gotta watch out. That she stole from Sheila.
So I have a black one. I rewatched A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5 yesterday, and I got some choice words for Miss Alice. But
you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
I do. But you know
what?
This is going to turn into a whole episode on that.
You should not, because Lori couldn't do no better.
Lori can actually do a lot better.
Not against Freddie.
We're not going to talk about
that. Not
that.
against Freddie. She can't.
We're not going to talk about that. Anyway, late engaged couple on their honeymoon at a big house, but strange things start happening. Okay.
Hopefully that's Alicia Silverstone, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot she's going to be in this season.
Yeah,
I'm excited for her. Hopefully she.
Calvin, find me on Twitter. We can have some good conversations. Find me on Twitter. Whatever. Oh, that wasn't towards that, right? Right.
Don't forget to like this video. Yes,
right.
Omar is right. Everybody in his comments, please like this video, and everybody that's just watching, please like the video. I would really, really appreciate it.
And turn on those notifications because we're not gonna be sending links out every week to y'all. So make sure
you turn
on these notifications.
Turn on those notifications. Y'all ring that bell at the bottom, and then it'll alert y'all once all of this goes. I see Mike pushing hella buttons tonight. He sure is. But you know what? We're gonna do a whole nother.
Not pushing buttons.
You're honestly, as a neutral party, you are definitely being antagonistic towards people that are not present in this current chat and all the other supporters of Nancy Thompson. And I just want you to know that. Gail Weathers signing out.
Exactly. Lori who? That's right.
Omar, now don't do that. Don't do that. This is a Halloween stand, so we're not going to do that. Okay?
They knew Halloween.
Oh, I ain't doing that. Y'all are trying me tonight. And look, we ain't doing this. I'm sorry. She was about to get going. And I have
to... Bobby, I'm normally, it is.
I felt like she was going to give a compliment.
I don't want to see grandmom fighting Michael Myers.
Oh, like, see, I didn't go that far.
Can it be over? Like her old ass is fighting him. I cannot take them scenes in the trailer. I can't take it. Okay.
Shanice said she got now. She fighting with a walker. Shanice, now she fighting with a walker.
Yes. No. And for real, what's her single beef with him?
He killed her daughter.
Well, true.
Well, how we know that? Because they ain't really.
They showed it in Halloween Kills. She got sliced the fuck up.
So what? But we ain't see her lying on the floor.
All right, anyway, that girl's something about a mortician and her husband who have a boring life, so she starts doing it with horses. Ew.
Come on, bitch. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, so you don't like pustules, but you're okay listening to some woman bust down a damn.
Bust it down, bitch. Bust it down. Be like Celeste when she was one-handed, one hand on the back, one on this corset, riding out. I was like, come on, Celeste, for posture.
Also, how long did it take them to like get off their clothes to have sex back then?
They didn't take off no clothes. She hiked that skirt up. You saw that? That's the good old days.
Mm-hmm. The good old days. Things were so much easier.
Laurie Metcalf is everything. Yes.
You talking about Jackie from Roseanne?
What?
Oh, Omar mentioned he only acknowledges Laurie Metcalf.
Omar, I thought we were best friends, man.
Yes, Omar. Scream too. Debbie Salts.
That's wild, man. We gotta talk, Omar. Damn, I thought we knew each other. Necrophilia. I don't know.
They doing too much for me. I don't know. I don't know if I like American Horror Stories. You know, like I don't know if this can be a thing. Like I wanted to give it another try on season 2, but I don't think they got it in them. They need to just work on their long episodes, their seasons.
Tamon, you're on mute.
Shanice, no. Let me try that again. Shanice, no. That makes me really sad. I think this is still a better avenue. I think that Ryan Murphy's issue, he's on Netflix, he's on FX, he's doing all these other things. And granted, he's not writing everything, but shit, maybe he needs to maybe he should just hand it off to fresh voices because
I agree.
I don't think that American Horror Story after these next 2 seasons, I don't see it for him. If this new season that comes out, season 11, when it comes out, and this has any problems, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I think that for me too. I feel like with double feature, because that left, like I said before, that left a bad taste in my mouth. So honestly, y'all, this, and then I'm not talking shit. Like I think I'm really serious. After this season, like what Tamon said, if it doesn't give me what I want, I might not care to watch next season. Honestly,
same.
I might not just care because.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Double feature was really a disappointment for me. Like it really was. So the first half I really liked, but why were they having like promoting sirens and shit, and none of that was even in the first beginning? Like, why was they promoting stuff that wasn't even there? Then they had that second half, and it wasn't even not an alien. Well, where's the aliens? What's happening? These people.
There was aliens. It just didn't tie into nothing. It was just like there. You could just tell they didn't know what to do, so they just like here. We just
like they could have kept like you know how the in the past part was where the aliens were attacking people. That was the better part. They could have just stayed on that. I did not like when they were in the current days. They could have just stayed when it was black and white because that was the best part of it.
It was popping on the
that was the best part, but I was mad that I was in black and white, and I was mad that honestly none of it was something that I just really wish they captured on because nothing was really just nothing. It was nothing. The first half was so damn good, and then you came back with nothing.
I really so bad in my head wanted it to be like the show or the series or whatever that he was writing in the first half. Like they really could have tied it in better. Like I know they got to know what they're doing. Like, and then for them to say it was about aliens, and they could have did a lot with aliens. I feel like.
Oh,
yeah.
don't get him.
Like,
you mean like go back to Asylum?
Oh,
they could have.
Thank you,
They could have brought. Damn, I done forgot my man.
Michael's such a hater.
What's my man name again? I done forgot his name.
Morris Chestnut.
Who was Kit?
Oh, Evan Peters.
Evan Peters, yes. They could have even brought him back, and he could have been like, you know, him or his kids could have been the focus on with the whole alien stuff. Like,
that's another thing too.
Huh?
That was my prediction for the second half of Double Feature. I thought somehow the kids were going to come back and be a tie-in to that plot. Missed opportunity there.
And whoever helped Angelica Ross with these pills formulas, they could have been alien or from an alien origin. There was no connection there.
Yes.
So that's for the first half. That's what I did not like how it ended. Because now she done ran off with this baby, and then the little girl was just out there roaming, right? She was still alive.
No, they all together. They one happy family, a new family.
Yeah.
Wait, she took the little girl? Am I listening?
Yeah, she adopted both of them.
Mm-hmm.
When they went to LA? I'm tripping.
Mm-hmm.
Remember my what's her name? Damn, that was my favorite character that season. The blonde publicist. What's her name?
Oh, Leslie Grossman.
Leslie Grossman's character.
Her character.
Yeah, they were all like one new family.
I dislike her.
I love her.
She.
Like,
I don't
her
know how I
mouth
feel
get on my
about her.
nerves. She hold it like away.
The only time she upset me was on Apocalypse when she was the gluten detector. She was like,
oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I hate it.
I do not like how they put those witches in coven. Those are not the good coven witches. Her, and I didn't like Wishacolum, who ended up being like one of the strong ones.
Mallory. I didn't like Mallory.
I did not like her.
I like Mallory.
No, she was not one that could have been a HBIC, like a Supreme. She didn't give off Supreme, and that's what they was trying to say. Like, she's the only one with this power that can go back. And then what she do? Go back and hit him with a car?
Right. She was his next Supreme, though. She was that.
Yeah. I feel like they just didn't give us enough to see that we could. They didn't give us enough for us to see that she can be a Supreme. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, she can go back in time and do all that crazy shit. But for us, if we got more episodes with her, or maybe an actual wit season with her, then maybe we can be like, you know what, she would be a dope ass Supreme. But that one was a lot going on with it. So I guess maybe for you, Chanise, that's why it just didn't work out.
I don't know. Or they could have. Sorry, you go.
No, it's how I felt about Cordelia in the first season, and I loved Cordelia's character. Mm-hmm. But Cordelia, when they said she was Supreme, I was like, okay, I guess. But
then when she came about Mallory, she was turning shit out.
Exactly. So I can see Mallory having that same transition. She was Chanel number 3, so she does have that.
But I would have even been happy with an ending where him as the Antichrist came and just like off the whole coven, and like he would have, you know what I mean? Like he would have won at the end. I could have did with that because it's not so predictable. We knew they were going to win at the end, and then the way that they won was corny.
Yeah. Oh, the car.
Yeah, he could have came and tore that whole shit down, and I would have been hyped because it would have been.
I do think they were kind of egging on a little bit that Cordelia would be the Supreme.
Well, no, that was a last-minute decision. I think it was going to be between Queenie and Nan originally, because I thought it was going to be...
That would have been worse.
Exactly. I thought it was going to be... and I won't go into my reasons why, but that would have been worse. And then Farminga, she plays Zoe.
And that would have been...
I thought it was going to be her, and I'm so glad it wasn't her. It should have been Madison, and then we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Cordelia was pure of heart. She was willing to say she would have been best for the coven, so it made sense for her to be Supreme.
Yeah, if it was Madison, like Madison would have just destroyed that whole fucking thing. It
should have been Fiona Part 2.
Yeah, it would have been horrible. I don't think we needed that.
They blamed, you know what? The problem with that, they blamed everything how the coven was on Fiona, but you got a whole council here. What y'all been doing? Don't blame Fiona for not doing her job when y'all could be doing stuff too.
That's like when Buffy goes off the rails and be doing wild shit, and she don't be listening to nobody. The council ain't here, so get her in line.
Okay, right. She said, "Fuck the council." I'm solo.
This episode is. I'm trying to rank this out of the.
What about rankings?
I'm gonna give it a 1. Go ahead.
Wow.
It could have been so much more, and it was nasty. And I think that it was
nasty.
Too soon.
This is part of horror, and too soon.
No, I understand, but people are really sick out here with monkeypox. Like I seen a little boy with monkeypox, like a little too soon. Hold on. That's like when you make a joke about something, like, maybe not just yet.
Like,
but that's American Horror Story. Exactly. I was about to say that, Tamon.
Yeah,
American Horror Story.
Like,
they were just like,
we living through this right now, so let's just stop and give it a second.
But guess what? You wanted the show to feel like an American Horror Story. That's exactly what that is.
I guess so. But ain't nobody out here eating pustule.
That's not true.
There's people eating pus, all right.
There's people eating
but it ain't coming from no bumps. It's coming from
that cum shot she did on that mirror
was everything.
It was very bad. And
not Mama Shoots. Yes.
Y'all get on my nerves.
I don't know, y'all. It's nasty.
Would the season be better to anyone if the episodes were in different order?
No. Well, we can tell later on.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think so. And this is not hit. At least last season, I felt like it was hit and miss. I didn't really like the Murder House episodes, but the other ones, I was like, I like it, don't like it, I like it. This one, I like the first episode, and the rest of them, I'm like, this is not.
I agree with you, Michael. They had like a mixture of stuff, and it just was like, okay, this one is good, this one is not so good, this one is all right, this one is good. Like that was okay, but now it's just like, all right, now.
Yeah. I'm hoping the next 4 are going to be really good to watch. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the one that he said is like Freddy, might be like a Freddy Krueger-esque kind of episode, Facelift and Bloody Mary. Now, I wonder if Bloody Mary is going to be a play on words and it may not really be Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
It could be about a menstrual cycle.
That's what I was thinking.
Please.
Yeah.
You never know.
My type horror is just not nasty. Like I legit want to be scared. Not.
Do you like The Fly with Jeff Goldblum?
I've never seen that.
Ooh, you need to go watch that.
I don't think Chanise is gonna like that.
What is it, like a fly putting eggs in something?
No, it's
baby.
literally Jeff Goldblum turn it into this fucking fly, but it's disgusting because there's pus, there's bumps, there's things falling out of mouth. It's just a lot of
his body's really falling apart.
Just
if I see a movie or a show like that, it has to be entertaining.
It's
like
it's good.
It's good.
Like for this episode, to me, it was more nasty than entertaining. Now, if they had their plot together and it was like well thought out, and then they had the whole pus situation happening, then maybe I would have liked it. But it just was like, I don't know, it was more gross to me than entertaining. I couldn't get into it.
Now, Brooke, did you say something about Coven in these comments?
Bring Brooke comment back up.
Circle back to Brooke comment, and Brooke, show up.
They hyped it up and then it was solved within the next few episodes. I was like, okay.
I feel like that's all the seasons. They build up all these different characters and then they are not as bad as we thought.
Brooke, just for that, you get your own thing of pus. Hold on.
Oh, God.
not both of y'all doing.
Oh yes. So the takeaway from this episode for me is that maids be milking.
I guess so, right?
And everybody deserves a good milking, and that's the only thing I got out of this episode.
Not everybody deserves to be milking.
I forget the fact that all the men were sleeping with her and then killing their damn families.
Period.
Their smallpox to the family.
And then cutting open their chest. They was like, "Fuck this! I want this heart. If that's gonna fix it."
Wait.
That lady was like, "Sure."
So
if I do whatever it takes, we have nothing to lose.
Yo, why when they was taking the hearts out, they looked all black? Because these people only been dead for about a day.
No.
They could have had better props. Because I was
Not
like,
props.
They was like black, like they were like in there for a long time.
They're diseased. I don't know.
No, smallpox ain't got nothing to do with your heart.
It killed them.
Yeah. Clearly.
Huh?
No blood is pumping.
Yo, it ain't turning black. Maybe I'm just
Maybe
thinking
it looked
literal.
Because you know how sometimes when well not sometimes but when
blood is not
dries
red.
Up, yeah, blood kind of
is blue.
darkens.
Yeah, it's blue black.
Yeah, so I guess with the heart, since it's not pumping anything, maybe that's I don't know. Shanice, you work in the hospital.
Yeah, but when blood is to oxygen, it's red. It's no reason why the heart should have been black. And I'm like, so that's what made me think that they were going to get infected, because I'm thinking like, oh, it's some type of something happened with the heart. So they going to bite these hearts and they going to turn into some shit. You know, like I thought something was going to happen. But they just ain't give enough money to the prop people.
Not you rubbed it on your lips, Tamon. I still like Coven, is just not at the top of my list. Yeah. I mean, Coven's still on the top of my list. It's still my top 5. It is in my top 5. I talk a lot of shit, but
that's the top of the list, y'all.
I like Coven.
It's top 3 for me for sure.
It's my top 3 as well. Murder House for me will always be number 1. It will always be, because I felt like everything about that was good, and then the seasons as you went on was kind of like choppy.
Omar said my top 5 is Murder House, Asylum, Hotel, Cult, and Coven. See, Omar, I knew I love you. You can exit out though.
Hotel,
because y'all, yes, I'm gonna be hype because y'all be drawing. Y'all picks are just all over the place. The only thing I would take out Omar,
really, Bobby.
But not you, Tamon. But
Roanoke should be up there.
Yeah, yes. I would replace Cult with Roanoke.
Mine is Murder House, Coven, Roanoke, Hotel, and I don't know if I have a number 5.
But no, you said 1984. Remember, you said 1984 was your.
No, it wasn't. Stop.
Oh, it was Freak Show, right? Freak Show.
Oh yeah, it was Freak Show. That's what it was. It was Freak
Show. Michael,
I did.
I still have to rewind.
And I'm so happy you decided to show your face this week, Cam, because you know you're getting very.
Ooh. This way.
Roanoke, yes, Mark. Roanoke was really good. I thought.
It was.
Yep. Be hating on Roanoke.
They do.
Roanoke could have been 6 episodes. It would have been great by itself. It could have been another 6 episodes and been great by itself.
Yeah, and my favorite part was when like the actual people came.
Me too.
Like,
the second half.
It was that was so good, and I was cracking up.
Sarah Paulson is a monster. Sarah Paulson is really a monster, and that's on me.
And that's on me.
And that's on me. Like what?
Shout out to Shelby for bashing his head in when she found out that he was getting rolled out by the witch. She beat his ass.
For only Angela Bassett. That was my least favorite role of Angela. No, actually, Freak Show was. But Angela Bassett, I liked her in Hotel. I just feel like they didn't give her more.
Angela was in Freak Show?
Yeah, she had 3 titties.
Yeah, she had 3 boobs.
And that's Auntie too, but I could care less about Freak Show. Everything about it.
Damn, I put it up last week, but you're welcome for the blessing. Yeah, well, let's get into ratings, y'all, because we almost been on this for an hour. So, what was y'all rate? Chanise, you said this one. Okay, Michael.
I'm trying to think what I gave the last two.
Negatives, probably.
I'm gonna go.
Yes, I like that line, Bobby.
I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I'll give it a 2.25.
Okay, that's good though. I thought you was going to give it like a 1.
Oh, is it? I
thought you was going to give it a 1.
I still don't like the Aura one the most. This is the second one, my second least favorite out of the.
Oh God,
I like Aura over this one. You didn't like it? Really?
No.
At least Aura had one situation happening, and then they give us a.
Don't give me ghosting and barely anything is going on. It's just not. It wasn't working for me. And this, I felt like it started off strong, and I kind of wish, like you said, they would have added a supernatural element to it and mixed that into like the smallpox vaccine somehow, but they didn't. It was just crazy religious people and people licking and sucking on bodies and shit. So yeah, I'm gonna bring it down to a 2.
Aura had been the best.
Omar,
I see you, Omar.
Aura was my second best because I still like the first one better.
Yeah, I like Dollhouse a lot better than the rest of these. What about you, Tamon?
Here he go, about to give a 1.75. I'm playing.
That's twice in one episode. Okay, I give this one 2.3.34. I'm sorry, I give it a 2.5. I was actually really disappointed.
Okay.
And normally I watch these episodes like 4 times for entertainment and for prepping for this, but I 1.5. I was just very disappointed. So it reminds me of the show I used to watch called Salem, but not even as good. Anywhere close to being good.
Now I'm wondering, they should have just went all out and tried to make it modern and be like tied into what's going on now versus doing the period piece.
Well, they didn't know when it was filming that would happen.
But yeah. I mean, it just in general, if they wanted it to be a little more relatable, they should have just made it a modern day like disease that started. Wait. And so, but they need to like do some sexual shit to like get it a cure in a way.
You know what else I was? I'm still on timeout.
It's up now.
By the time Robert gives his, I'll be off timeout, and hopefully
it's finished. It's finished.
Okay. All right. So I thought that they were going to do something like Celeste being like the whole prophet, and she had the cure. I thought that it was going to end up being something where she ended up being either buried or hung or something like that, but she didn't die, and she, I guess, like resurrected or whatever. She just came back in like modern times. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why I thought it was going to be something like that.
I wish they would have just connected it to Roanoke and got it over with. Like it was a perfect setup for this perfect time period. And I know we say witches all the time, but come on, Virginia, Salem, we know what that leads to.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just like, how can you touch those areas and not really lean into that, especially when you can explore more of, that the background of witches. And it doesn't have to be Robichaux's Academy. It could just be witches in general. I'm sure everybody didn't make it to the school.
Because even the thing that she was like praying to or looking up to could have been whatever Lady Gaga's character was. You know, like
it was Lazarus.
Yeah.
Yes, Vitalim Vitalis, please. If she could.
I really like being watched the reviews here. I really didn't care about the episode. Well, we're still thank you. Even though we might not like these episodes, we still try to, I guess, entertain. And
Bob, would you give it a 2?
Yeah, I'll give it a 2. I don't think it was horrible. Like I was grossed out, and I enjoy aspects of it. I do wish they lean more towards other things, but it wasn't a horrible episode. But I give it a 2.
it felt like it was a pilot, and
Yeah.
I don't have to see more, but it felt like it was a pilot for something that we need a full 8 to 9 more episodes to flesh out with the son and who he is and with his heart, who told him about the heart, all these different storylines that left open. They wrote this very large, but it should have been a short story.
That's part of the horror. He didn't have to bite into her because he was her child, so he was probably immune from it to begin with.
And if you think about it, he ate both his. Oh, go ahead, Mark. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say because he was following what he was told and killing his mother and eating her heart because she's a milkmaid, but he was already probably immune to it because his family was dying around him and he was fine, and father was fine because he was fucking on her at one point. So,
okay.
Mark says it's not rewatch worthy for me. One chop.
I vote. Let's chop it. We can chop it for sure.
Yes.
I'm chopping Aura. Aura gets the chop.
You see you chopping what, Mike?
Aura gets the chop out of the 4. Right?
We're not talking about Aura. What is your B?
First of all, you don't like you didn't like Asylum. You don't like Laurie Strode.
Don't like
Nancy Thompson.
I like Laurie.
No, I'm being really surprised.
Like
you're hurting.
I like Laurie Strode and Nancy Thompson. They're just not my favorite final girls. We're not gonna do that. And Asylum was cool. It just was not as amazing. I feel everybody is making it out to be. I feel like they need to just focus on Lily. What's her name? Lily, whatever. Focus on her being the big bad of the season, and then just flesh it out that way. I don't need to see pimply zombies crawling around outside, and then they don't really explain what's going on with that. A Nazi, you got alien. It's too much.
What do you mean? They talked about it. He was turning them into fucking creatures as an experiment.
There was 4 different things. 5.
But they resolved each one. They resolved each one except for the aliens.
I don't need Nazis.
Michael,
it was back in that time. Michael, you must want to be removed.
Out of the first 3, it's in last place. That's all I'm saying.
And then when you keep watching, it's gonna go bad. You might even like Freak Show more than Asylum. You're gonna be a big hater.
I might. I'm not watching that part where he chokes that little lady out. I'm not watching that scene.
You know, Beyonce said that, Mark. Said what?
It's not you watching. Oh,
go back to.
Well, it's not worthy. One shot.
Oh.
I definitely bring to.
What song was that from?
Have no idea. Lily Rabe's talent were so wasted in that double feature, them so-called vampires. I agree. Lily Rabe. Because she did a good job as far as playing, like, you know, like you felt
Shelby all over again.
Yeah, I wanted to see more for her. I don't know. I like seeing her as a bad bitch.
She was so stupid in there. I was cracking up with the daughter, how the daughter was coming at her because Shorty would have got a whooping.
I don't know. She was pretty smart. She might get you out of here, Chanise.
She did get her out of there. She did get her out of there. Mommy don't have talent anyway, so
yeah, she really did. She came for her mother. Yes, Mark. Yes.
Freak Show is the devil. Yes,
it is.
It's not as bad as everybody think it is.
It is.
No, it's artistic.
Really is.
You know, I can see it being well. It probably reads well, but like a book.
Let me tell y'all something. When I seen Jessica Lange up there singing.
That is her bit. I didn't mind the singing.
Me either.
It wasn't bad. Denise, I think you just had beef with Grandma singing and you had beef with Dandy because I guess you wanted more Twisty, which I do agree with you on because I wanted more Twisty.
Oh, it should have been about Twisty.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like
yes, that should have been it. Like I keep saying, it should have been like he should have been adopted into the circus or whatever, the circus family, and he could have been named Muscle. He could have been chopping niggas in there. Oh, can I see?
No, you cannot. Chanise.
Oh,
not a third time.
Not 3 times in one episode. This is fucking ridiculous.
What? 3 times?
Not just saying. I just came to say I can't stand Nancy.
Oh, Just she's about to start some beats. I mean, she's not my girl, but I still respect her. I'm all for a great streak.
Thank you.
Oh gosh, she said that on thick. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
So yeah, we got all our ratings. Y'all said 2.5, 2.70. Chanise says 1. I said 2. Yeah, I think we all can agree that this episode didn't really give what we wanted. Waste of Cody Fern's talents.
And our time.
In our time. The one thing we could all agree on is to say that this episode was very much disgusting. And was it needed at this time and at this point in time right now because of monkeypox? No. Could have waited, like Chanise said, but
I feel like people need to it's what's going on, so they need to Mark, what I do now? Why you say my name?
Don't put that on there. No, don't put that on
Well.
Uh-oh. Well, look at her father. What you think? All them Elm Street ass kids. Except for Kristen's family.
She was
It was.
Damn.
It was there.
That's true. I mean, I don't put it past her.
They are Nancy like that.
Don't
leave her alone.
Hasn't she been through enough?
Yes,
I mean, low-key, Lori
gives
me that too a little bit. Lori gives me that as well.
Lori gives me not that. She gives me opposite.
Definitely.
Karen, her daughter gives me that.
She get it from her mama.
No, I think that's why she's beefing with her mama because her mama is not on that.
Karen's like her dad. Whack.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Well,
am I still on timeout?
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's okay.
We got more to say, Chanise?
No, I don't have nothing else to say. I keep getting timeout.
Not she was my
with a Freddy Krueger sweater on. I know she is. She probably wrote Kelly Rowland's line in Friday personally. But I would like to say that if this season doesn't shape up,
they need to get rid of American Horror Stories. It's just not for them.
It's clicking, but it's clicking down.
And the thing
in the words of New York.
Oh, just about to say that you're clicking.
You're clicking, but you're clicking down.
The thing that bothers me is that it can be done. Like, look at Black Mirror.
Exactly.
Like, it can be done.
Exactly.
They just not doing it good.
No.
Well, also, I feel like as Americans, we don't know when to end the show, and I think American Horror Stories just had its run, and I think they need to just end it. And another crew needs to come in and just make a different horror show. Because I mean, it hasn't really been scary for a while.
Yeah,
since season 2.
So I think another crew just needs to come in. We should come in with another show.
Right. Quick question:
we can do House of Dragons. Just saying.
What is the scariest seasons of American Horror Story for y'all? And I'm not saying y'all favorites. I'm saying scariest seasons to y'all. Damn, y'all silent.
No, I'm thinking what's scary for me. I have 3, so I'm trying to dwindle it down to my top one.
Y'all in the chat too. What's y'all scariest seasons of American Horror Story?
Well, I don't like home invasions, so the ones that really stick out to me are Murder House and Roanoke, because people just popping up out of nowhere. I don't like that.
Colt they be popping up and shit.
Those are my 3 actually. Those are my 3 that was going between. Colt is terrifying.
Yeah.
It's basically it's a slasher.
So Murder House definitely, like you guys said, Roanoke. And I feel like 1984 had potential to be scary.
That was the least.
It was fun.
It had potential because they should have based it off of like their horror should have been Richard Ramirez. And that, like him, he scares me. Like watching the whole documentary on him really made me feel like they could have did so much better with him in that.
Yeah.
You know, like he was a lot more weird and scary than they let him want to be in the show.
Yeah. That documentary was like had me. And I was watching that shit late. That shit had me looking at my windows.
It had me locking my windows. Like he was legit taking people's kids.
Yeah.
Like it had me like, wait, is the windows locked? Like that had potential to be scary, but then they chose Jingles, who wasn't even really a killer.
Right.
Like, it was just like, what? They really threw me for a loop. Like y'all. It was weird. It was weird.
84 hurt my feelings because you could have made your own Jason or your own Michael. That was your moment, like you did with the clown. Those were your moments to create your iconic villain in your franchise, and you missed it every time. Campground in the 80s, where all of us were like, yes. And what do we get? Murder House Light with more comedy, and I was over it.
Yeah. And Brooke, I'm gonna agree with Brooke on one of the scary ones being Asylum. And only reason why is because just imagine being like, no, seriously, like imagine being like locked up or held against your will and you didn't do nothing. Like that's scary.
That's true.
Like I'm in this insane asylum and I can't.
You didn't do anything.
Like nobody can get me out. Like
nobody believes you.
Yeah.
That's scary.
That's terrifying. True. Nobody believes you. I'm sitting here telling you the truth. I am not crazy. I'm actually I have a real job. I'm not crazy. No, whatever. You're locked up. And guess what? We're going to see you with a doctor who's actually going to rape you.
To have your freedom taken away
didn't she intentionally throw herself in there? Because by the
as a reporter, it was her job.
At the end of the season, I was like, okay, but she was trying to get locked up in there for a while to get info because she wanted to be famous.
I don't think she was up.
Go ahead, Tamon.
She wasn't trying to get locked up. She was doing investigative journalism, and she was trying to figure out what's going on in here. And they locked her ass up because she talked too much.
Exactly. She found some tea.
But in the end, the way they ended it, it made it seem like she already knew what was going. Like she knew what was going on, and she knew she would be in there longer. Because she was like, "You don't know what I'm capable of."
Not just her though, Kit. Because for real, they done locked him up and he didn't even do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they thought he did, but he really didn't do nothing. So he legit was telling the truth and they just came and locked him up.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So
it's not even just that. You being taken in there and you're a patient, and then you have this crazy ass doctor that's experimenting on you.
Yeah.
Fucking limbs and shit like that. And then he sent you out there to the fucking woods like you're just a throwaway. Like that shit, I don't know. Asylum is definitely one of the scary ones to me.
And then remember, you're supposed to feel safe in this place and have these people that are watching you, and a doctor and a facilitator, and it's a religious institution. You're supposed to be extremely safe, and you're the completely opposite of that.
Yeah,
Mark was right. She was locked up because because she was also she is also a lesbian. They locked her up for that reason, and that's why they were trying to do the whole shock.
To make her forget. Yeah. But how did they know that she was a lesbian in the beginning?
Her girlfriend that she was writing to, and I think he sliced her up too, if I remember.
Yeah, he
did. What was his name again?
Bloody Face.
Zachary Quinto. He did a good job in that.
And he's rumored to be back in this next season.
I heard.
What I did like was when what's her name, Lana Winters, whatever her name is, Sarah Paulson, and when she pops her son who came to kill her after that interview. That was McDermott. I needed more of that.
Yeah. So how did y'all feel about Tony Childs from Growth is up in there talking about, do you want to suck my titty?
I hate it.
I mean, she was getting paid for it, so I mean,
she needs a bigger role.
Yeah.
Tony Childs.
Yeah, she's dipping and dabbing in horror a little bit.
I feel like
she always died in something. I want her to not die. In this stuff.
That's some people's thing. Look at Sarah Michelle Gellar.
I was about to say she can't survive nothing, so I don't know.
That brush where you see just like, it was it was very awkward. All right, so y'all figure out y'all tops yet? I mean, yeah.
My scariest?
Yeah, your scariest. Not your tops, but
you mean
not those tops. I mean, if you want to name them and put your biz out there, sure, why not?
My choice for top is Trevante Rhodes, aka Chiron, from Moonlight, and he should be on one of these seasons because he's good.
Agreed.
Did you say Monty from Big Brother 2 was your top?
Absolutely not. No,
y'all stop
that
this.
would never happen in life.
David Banner. But my scariest season would be my scariest season will be Roanoke because I can imagine a partner or friends going to the cabin and shit pops off, especially the second half when the actors came back.
Yes,
and in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly. Yeah. All of us are trying to get together to hang out in somebody's city eventually. That would be the perfect opportunity. I shouldn't say that, but you know what I'm saying. That's how things happen. And so that could easily happen to me. So that's scary. And Colt was scary to me.
Yeah.
I agree with Colt, though.
I think Colt was scary, period, because it really happened.
That part.
And then it's still happening. It's just crazy. It's crazy. So
I couldn't imagine being in the grocery store and seeing a clown follow me throughout the grocery store and people thinking that I'm actually crazy. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Them screams.
I will say Sarah Paulson screams, yo. And it's so funny because when you actually do type in that screaming bitch from American Horror Story,
I texted Bobby. I didn't know where the killer is escaping line came from. I just always would hear it. I just noticed it was an asylum, and I was cracking up that whole scene.
Yeah. We got some good memes from Asylum. It was that one, the killer's escaping, and also where she had the tape and she did the middle finger, and then your news. So there was some good news that came from that season. But yeah, I agree with you. I'll say Roanoke, Asylum, and Cult and Murder House are definitely the scariest seasons.
Yeah. The least is probably Coven.
I mean, Coven has some.
Now,
Coven has some scary elements in it, but
if it was all about the whole voodoo thing, then it would have been scary. I feel because voodoo to me is scary. It's just so I don't know. It's just something about how they gotta sacrifice stuff, kill stuff, and I don't know. Voodoo is scary to me.
I'm just imagining
that's what they would just be showing us. I don't know if that. I feel like the way they would try to present it, it would be. I don't think they'd be able to do it right.
What if they reversed it and had the voodoo as the main thing in their own institution versus against the other witches across the street? So we would have saw a whole different side.
I would have liked that. I would like to see that. All the girls in the hair shop versus the academy.
Yes, their own. That we get their perspective. I just imagine my 18, 20-ish, however old those kids were, being pushed to New Orleans and these abilities. Why are y'all not studying? People are after y'all. People are just. Why are y'all not practicing? We should be like the Danger Room on X-Men. We should be in this room levitating shit, throwing stuff on fire.
Yes.
When I tell you, she should have been fucking frat boys left and right. Everybody on a sex registry list, she should have been going and hopping on dicks left and right to kill them the way she could kill people. Her Queenie could have been killing people. Nan could have been helping. They literally could have been like X-Men almost.
Just practice. They wasn't doing nothing besides actually. We didn't see any classroom scenes. we don't know what they learned.
Well, they went on a field trip.
They did go on a field trip, and they had to wear black. But I mean, at least in Apocalypse, I think Cam said Apocalypse, but at least in Apocalypse, we saw them girls turning flowers into shit and changing the colors.
Yeah, that's true. And we see.
We don't know what.
What's the guys? What's like the?
Oh, the school. Yeah.
They were like,
they did a little stuff, but compared to what we saw in the Dollhouse episode, the caliber of those witches versus what Robot Show looks like,
yeah,
nah, y'all weren't doing that.
For me, right, with Murder House, what probably would be the scariest is, oh my goodness, what was the girl's name again? Violet.
I can't stand that.
Violent.
Wait,
Ooh,
but the scariest part is leaving the house and then finding out you dead.
Yeah, you trying.
I would have been mad as fucking him.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me, and you had me thinking.
Right.
Like, I've been dead this whole time, and I just thought I was took in school.
Okay, I can't leave.
Right.
That was the that probably would have been like if I was in that situation. That's probably the scariest part to me. Like, wait, what?
I'm dead. And I remember when I first watched that episode, and I literally was shocked. Like, I wasn't expecting to see that, and I was just like, "Wow!" So she was dead this whole entire time inside that. Was it an attic? Not an attic, but she was like in the walls or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so, it was a minute because her body was fucked up.
Yeah.
She been dead. She was dead like the third episode, and nobody said anything.
Right.
They definitely sixth sensed us.
I was thinking about that book. Her body was in the middle like somebody from the front. She was. Her mouth and her jaw was all twisted up.
Like she's from The Ring. I'm over it.
Oh man. Well, y'all, this episode was a bust. But you know, we're here, we're talking about it. We gave our ratings and stuff. Yeah. Mark said the scariest gag of all time. Yeah, it was a scary one, man. But yeah, I guess that's it. We gave our ratings, and I guess next week, I'm curious to know what next week is. I was Googling it, and I couldn't find out what episode 5 is because they're mixing everything up. So, all right. Also, for one, it was a huge problem with this episode because they didn't even drop it at midnight like they were supposed to.
Oh,
they dropped it like 3 hours later. And I was wondering what the problem was. Like, were they kind of like hesitant to drop the episode because of the content, or like I was so confused on what the hell was happening because every every Thursday morning they'll drop the episodes at 12 a.m. So I was really confused.
I'm glad I passed out because if I would have stayed up and saw this for a good 45 minutes, I would have been tight. I watched this at 3-something in the morning.
Yeah.
Refund.
That's a refund. I like when Billy Porter told Cordelia on her toes when she said, "You take care of your own." Where's Queenie? Oh, Billy Porter. All right, so that's what I do want to see. I do want to see more warlocks, you know, because they gave us like a touch of that in the apocalypse. So I want to see more of us, you know, do some shit. You know, that would be fun. So let's
consolidate and do a co-ed school, new show, easy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
There you go.
But no,
I would love for them to. What's the guy name who was at the gas station and he got burnt up?
Cheyenne. John Henry. That was his name.
I would love to see him again because he really is so. I love him.
He has a sex tape out, but we're not going to talk about that.
What?
Well, it's not necessarily a sex tape, but
there's a lot of tapes going on. Safari got something out I saw today too.
Safari has stuff.
I'm doing a school project. Please send me all videos.
They're saying he lied about what he had before because in this video it's exposing him as a different size.
But how he lied though? Because I've seen the first one.
Yeah.
I don't.
And he has his own dildo, right?
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah. He has his own mold.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure it's on Twitter somewhere. But the ladies were like, okay, they were like, where's the one we saw before? Because this is not the same dick that we
All right, we're going.
We need to leave.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for watching this week, watching us this week because the episode was trash. So we'll be back next week for episode 5, whatever that will be. Oh wait. Calvin said it was going to be
facelifts or
Bloody Mary.
Yeah, Bloody Mary's going to be 6 probably. So I guess facelift is next week.
And then Alicia Silverstone episode comes.
Yeah.
So it may be great. We may have a better rest of the season.
Mark, I don't got no videos.
Yeah.
Lies.
I don't.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
I don't got them either.
It's funny how I brought it up and everybody's attacking Mike. Like, Mike, where's
Right.
the video? Okay, so yeah, that's it. So we'll be back next week for, I guess, facelift. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Hopefully it's a lot better than this one.
Please.
Same time, 8:30, 8:45 for y'all. And yeah, we'll see you next Friday, guys.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.